Hey, I'm Rob for JTRPodcast.com and Essen Spiel 2018. I played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice. Now, this game is going up on Kickstarter soon. I want to say straight away that the rules may change, so I'm not going to go into any particular rules. I'm just going to give an overview of the game as a whole and the sort of things that were going on at the time I played it, but the game is subject to change. They wanted me to say that. They specifically wanted me to mention that this is not the final rule set. It's also obviously not the final version of the game. All the components are prototype, etc, etc. So in this game you play a Brotherhood of Venice. You play a bunch of assassins and you're working together to do your thing and to complete whatever the mission is. The game is sort of scenario driven with you've got this map of these tiles set up, and they are set up in a certain way, and things might happen that causes tiles to flip or maybe be added or something, I don't know. But I know in the case of one of our games, the tile flipped over because an event happened that changed what that tile looked like. So that's the sort of thing that's going to happen. You have the tower in the middle of the board that you can go up to just like you can in the video games, and you can synchronize the area, which will then change what you see, and you'll get different things may appear on the map, or it may cause tiles to flip, etc, because you've climbed to the top of the tower and you have synchronized. Everyone has a player board like this one. I was Bastiano, who was level 1. You can level up your assassin, and if you die you might have to just use a recruit, etc, because you're resting in the next level. But you can see at the top there are 3 cubes. Those are your action cubes. You can take actions in any order. You just spend a cube to do an action. I've also got a common sword there in the top left. That is the weapon I can use to attack. I've also got the hidden blade at the bottom. It says there for 1 action. If you are anonymous, eliminate 1 guard on your square, and that's what you're going to be doing. So here is sort of the game and play. As you can see, there's a bunch of guards at the bottom. Our assassins are sort of in the middle of the map near the tower. Our scenario, we had to do a thing. There was 2 things at either side of the board, 2 chests. We had to go in, get the equipment, and get out. Now, you don't all have to get out, just some of you. As long as one of you gets out, I think that's complete the quest. And you have to move around, using your actions to move around. You attack guards with dice to deal damage. They'll attack you at the start of their turn if you're on their space. And guards will spawn and they will move towards an assassin if they can see them. If they can't see them, they'll move to where an assassin made noise last, where there was like sort of the alarm level was raised. They'll move towards that. Eventually you're going to be maybe rolling for an alarm to see if a guard spotted you. If the alarm goes off, and then all kicks off, and more guards are going to spawn every round. In order to hunt you down, so you need to kill them. You need to drag away the dead bodies, because there's bodies lying around. They don't just disappear like in most games. They do stay there, which is unfortunate. Detection tests are done on dice, and there's symbols on the dice. You just need to not roll an alarm. There's also 2 types of guard. One type of guard is very slow. They are the ones that will follow you around slowly. There's also the agile guard. Just like in the computer game, you've got the agile guards who will follow you up roofs. They'll be able to climb up roofs and stuff and follow you up there. Things like that. And it's alright. It really does represent the computer game well in board game form. There's a lot in it where I was saying, oh, I've done that in the video game. Oh yeah, that makes sense because I've played the computer games and I understand that. But I don't think you need to play the computer games to get the game as a whole. The only thing I didn't like, and this is, as I said, in its current rule set, as it is at the moment, it is basically Zombicide, but with guards instead of zombies. Because here's a picture of the board late game. We've set the alarm off, which causes more to spawn. You've got this big heaving pile of guards just all over the board, and they're all heading towards you. Those red cubes are where there's been alerts. So they're going to move towards those. They're going to move towards assassins. It's just, you just gotta. It's hard to explain, but you know, I know that's how it is in the computer game. If you keep setting the alarm off, more guards are going to come. You're constantly trying to get away from them. You're trying to climb up a building. They'll shoot you as you're climbing up, and you'll drop down, and you'll be surrounded by people with swords. You need to fight them off for a bit before you can run away. And it can be frustrating in the computer game, but you can usually get away. Here, they just spawn and spawn and spawn, and the board's quite tight, and they're just following you everywhere. And it was frustrating, and I guess it would have been better if we'd stayed hidden. I don't know if we could have stayed hidden any longer than we did. I don't know whether this scenario was set up as a demo to show how overwhelmed you can get if you're not stealthy. I don't know. I don't know how much the rules are going to change between me playing this and the Kickstarter coming out, but I mean, the pieces look nice, even though they're in prototype form. The idea of the game with the weapons, the player board, all the event cards. There are envelopes full of things, and when you complete a scenario, you open the envelope to the next one. You've got some new stuff to look at and some things to do. And the dice combat is actually pretty good. The rolling for the alarm is good. It's all really, really good. It's just that thing of just having these hordes of guards just chasing you at the end was a bit off-putting. Hopefully they'll change that. Hopefully they'll sort that. This game is based on the V Commando system, which I haven't played. I don't know anything about, to be honest, so I don't know if V Commandos is like that. But hey, it's there. It's good to be an Assassin's Creed, finally an Assassin's Creed board game that reflects the video game, which is something to be excited about. So that is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice. Remember to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JTRPodcast, to find the blog and podcast at JTRPodcast.com. I've been Rob, aka Jesta ThaRogue, and I'll see you soon.